guys, it was this one. Picture you, now you're being sipping through. I just need a moment. One day I didn't know me.
Y'all, like, where did these emotions come from? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Today I was watching that Kanye interview. You guys know the one I'm talking about. Yes, you do. And I'm just like I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it with my headband on. Hold on. I said I liked it like this, and now I'm being indecisive. And then somebody's gonna pop their balloon because I'm indecisive. I know what I want. Mental, spiritual, intellectual. Well, mental and intellectual are like the same. Take that back. Intellectual, spiritual, emotional, physical, and like financial. I know what I want. But I was watching that Kanye interview and I was like, I don't know, I felt like I kind of needed to tap in. Tap into what? Let me explain. I feel like Kanye is, everybody in the comments kind of understood that there's a fine line between a madman and a genius. And something admirable is in that fine line. Like, just like the fine line in love and hate. There's something very admirable, aspirational, almost, that could be seen in that fine line. Now, somebody also said he has clear signs of bipolar, which, yes, I've taken psychology classes, but no, I'm not a psychologist. But the reasoning is there. I think he was even diagnosed, but we're not here to talk about labels. We're here to talk about what that interview did for me personally. And what it did for me personally was I need to tap back into my creativity. And I feel like I've really been involved academically, a real career woman. This year has been last 2024. We almost halfway done with 2025, but where did that come from? I have no idea. But my back is hurting, guys. Little change, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna say how the ghetto. Okay, I was gonna say how, like, I've really been in like my academic journey, that kind of stuff, but I haven't really been in my creative mentality. And I feel like, okay, this is coming off for good. I'm sorry. And I feel like I haven't really been in my like creative mentality as I would like. And it's showing a lot. This week has been it has been hard for me. This week was hard for me. I got my period and I was telling my friend this and I told Tumblr this. But do you think if men had periods, they would be more in tune with their emotions? What do you guys think? Chat, what do you think? Because I feel like I need to go on live. Like, somebody needs to hear this. But I feel like men would be more in tune with their emotions if they had periods, because my period, I cannot speak for everyone, but I feel like it is a common narrative amongst people who have periods where they'll be doing fine one day, the next day they're a wave of emotions. And for me, it made me confront these emotions, and I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from? One day I think I'm doing fine. I think, wow, I've healed so much. Wow, like I'm doing good for myself. I'm choosing myself. I'm a professional woman. I'm thinking about my career. I'm making money moves. The next moment, the next day, I'm in tears over a small comment someone said to me. And I'm in tears not because of the comment, because the comment touched my roots. You know, it just brought back everything back to the surface. It's just like, I was, what I felt, weak and vulnerable in a matter of moments. And I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from? You know, like, and I feel like if men went through something like that, something that happened internally that made them challenge their sense of self, then yeah, maybe they would be more in tune with their emotions. We'll put a pause on that conversation. Another thing I want to talk about is love. And I'm returning to love. I'm returning to love. I feel like I haven't talked about love in a minute because I haven't been loving anybody. Guys, let's do a round of applause because I've been single for a year. And I know some people have been single for longer. I know. I remember being on TikTok, and in the comments they say every year it gets easier. And for those people out there, I really respect you because you chose you every time. You stuck by yourself. But also, like, I don't envy you because I don't want to be single for the rest of my life. I do want love, and because I haven't been in love, because I haven't dabbled in love, especially with somebody new, I'm just thinking about my past, which I thought I healed from, but a year isn't that long. Now I see why very religious, spiritual people don't even engage in relations, intimate, affectionate relations with others, because it will stay with you for the rest of your life. I'm on the edge of delirium, but I can't wait to post this video because I haven't posted it in a minute. And hey, my YouTube shorts have been blowing up just a little bit. Like, I know, like, maybe 100 of those views might be mine, but I feel like at least 5 randos have seen my, not randos, they could be future fans. Like, what am I about to call my fans? What am I gonna call my fans? I was about to say Riri, but like, I know my place. But yeah, I just miss coming on here because I feel like when I make a YouTube video, I'm really just like authentically myself. And now I'm like thinking back on my old YouTube videos. I'm like, I always talk about love. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't talk about love. Like, I'm always talking about somebody, but I won't say who. Anyways, I was looking at like unpopular opinions on Reddit, and somebody was like, unpopular opinion, but I don't like to see behind the scenes of like movies or TV shows because it takes the magic out of the show. And like, I completely understand that. I know somebody who like works in film, and like literally today he just sent me like, oh, like a behind the scenes of like what he's filming, and it just looked like tiring. And I was just like, damn, y'all don't look happy there. And he was like, yeah, because we're all tired. And it's just like, damn, like I could tell like these people, even like the people on screen, not only behind the scene, but like even the people on screen, like it's work that they're doing. um and we as like consumers are just seeing the final product. And it reminds me of, I had to read this book called Braiding Sweetgrass for my first year of university. And in it, it's about like indigenous practices, and how like the author was saying how in, I hate to say indigenous because who am I talking about, but I did forget the name of the specific peoples, but they were like indigenous to the land. And they have like, reciprocity was really stressed in this culture, where anything you take from the earth you give back. And um the author said how it's hard to have gratitude for the things you have, and really care for the items you possess, because it's so detached from the making of the item, because it's so far removed from the original material. And like an example I guess I could give is paper. She was like, you go to a store and everything is nicely packaged in plastic or in an aisle with carpet floors and overhead lights and very enclosed, and like, and you're buying paper, but where does paper come from? Trees. But are you near a tree when you're buying that paper? Maybe outside, maybe like depending where you are. But are you near a tree? You know, like you're not you're not intimate with the way that this paper has been made. So you're further removed from being grateful for what it is. And what it is to you is a piece of something wrapped in plastic. It's not living to you like the tree was living when they cut it down and made the paper out of it. Like, that, and this actually reminds me of mass production and manufacturing, because I think when you make something, we see like artisan or like handmade things, and they're at high prices in this day and age because people stress, oh, these were handmade. But sometimes in my head, I'm like, everything we have was handmade because everything was passed through a hand. Or even like my phone case, like my phone case. You can't see, everybody be complimenting me. Oh, everybody compliments me on this phone case, and it's like, I got it from Temu. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a participant of this mass production consumer ungratefulness, but I got it from Temu. I paid maybe like $2-3 for it. I am grateful for my phone case, but like somebody out there designed it, and then not only that, somebody designed this phone. Like it just goes so deep, and maybe not many of us think that deeply of the system that it took for this phone case to end up in my hands, end up in my Temu cart, even to the fact of somebody packed and shipped it to me. Like, so, like these things pass through so many hands, and I only paid $3. You know, like what is $3 to all the hands that it passed through? And I think this is a conversation about mass production. And I want to say capitalism, but capitalism is such a big word, and I feel like I don't know it. I don't know the roots of capitalism. Like, I know communism and Marxism, you know? Like, I know how, like, I know Karl Marx, but, like, why don't I know Henry Ford? This is why I need an intellectual in the chat so they could educate me too. This is 20 minutes. I think this is enough, but if I scratch your brain, I think I did my job.